to Brandon Sports, everybody. Hope you're having an amazing day. I'm here for my NFL Sunday, December 28th, 2025 game picks for week 17. Before we get into the review, please hit the like button, subscribe button to the channel for more great content that's coming up. Now, before we get into this picking the games, I just want to say a lot of these games don't really mean nothing in the grand scheme of everything, just because a lot of these teams are really, really bad that are playing, and the games that are being played rather are decent games. They're not bad, but it's just like nobody really cares about a lot of these teams that are facing off. I think next week is the week that you'll really care about. I'm actually excited for week 18 to see how they're going to slot all of the games. So again, this week is not really that great. We're going to start off with the Cardinals at the Cincinnati Bengals. Cardinals and Bengals, I told you guys that the Cincinnati Bengals have to win out the season. They're 5-10 right now. They have to win this game against the Cardinals. Again, I always tell you guys that the Cardinals don't quit. They actually fight. They don't give up on Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett has 19 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. So he's been playing well. It's just the team is just bad. Cincinnati Bengals should win this game. Again, Jamar Chase, put him up for 100 yards. Joe Burrow should play well against this Cardinals defense. They're at home. Take Cincinnati. If Cincinnati loses, that means Joe Burrow played a horrible game and the offense is going to get going. This is pretty simple. Again, the Cardinals are going to fight, but ultimately the Bengals are going to win this game in my opinion. I just believe in the Bengals and Joe Burrow more. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. I'm taking the Steelers, even though DK Metcalf is suspended. Aaron Rodgers is playing well. Again, I trust Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland. I just don't trust the coaching in Cleveland. For some reason, their special team is awful. Their defense has been horrible. I know Myles Garrett is looking to break the record, probably sacking a legend in Aaron Rodgers, which it'll be nice to see. That's the only thing that Cleveland should be looking forward to is this sack by Myles Garrett. At least 2 more sacks to break the record for Michael Strahan, which is 22.5 sacks. So he just needs a half a sack or 1 more sack to break the record. Again, I trust the Pittsburgh Steelers more than I do trust the Cleveland Browns. They're in Cleveland. I trust Aaron Rodgers more. I trust their running game more because for the past couple weeks, the Cleveland Browns has been getting absolutely run all over. I think Aaron Rodgers has been great for what he has been this season. He hasn't been the Aaron Rodgers that we're used to, but he's much older. But Aaron Rodgers in this game, I've taken him more. I know DK suspended, but Aaron Rodgers is going to have to rely on other guys. To me, run the football. Aaron Rodgers doesn't turn the ball over in the first place, so that's something that he's already familiar with. Again, this Pittsburgh Steelers defense has been playing better these past couple weeks. They're still not as good as we thought they should be. However, they're still the better team. They're 9-6. They're 4-3 on the road. Cleveland's 2-6 at home. They're 3-12 overall. They'll be 3-13 again. To me, Shedeur Sanders, in order for him to win this game, don't turn the ball over. Jerry Jeudy needs to catch the ball and don't fumble. This team needs to actually play together, and a play calling by Tommy Rees and Kevin Stefanski needs to be clicking with Shedeur Sanders. Stop doing dink and dunk passes, throw down the field, get open. These receivers are so bad that they just can't get open down the field. But take the Pittsburgh Steelers, but in order for Shedeur Sanders to be able to put up a fight, the coaching has to be better for the Browns, and it hasn't been all year. Again, this Cleveland Browns team is just very, very bad. I'm just picking the Steelers. There's no way around it. Take the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next up, we have the Saints and the Titans. This game is pretty simple. I'm going to take the Titans to win this game. I think they need this win for overall team morale. Cam Ward needs to continue to develop. Listen, the Saints are winning multiple games. They're 5-10 now. At one point, they were like 2-10 or 2-9. They've been winning these past 3 weeks rather. It'll be better off for Tennessee to get this victory because Cam Ward needs to continue to develop. Again, the Saints have been playing well. Chris Olave, shout out to him. I know he wants to retire for the concussions, but he's, continued to play. And he has his 1,000 yards. He's probably going to get a big payday from the Saints or somebody else. This is really a stat game. The same thing with the Bengals and the Cardinals game. It's really about stats in these games. People getting their stats up, to me, in my opinion. But the Tennessee Titans need this win more. I'm going to go with Tennessee just because Cam Ward, again, development. Tony Pollard has been playing out of his mind since that Cleveland game when he ran for over 100 yards in back-to-back games. So, for me, the Tennessee Titans need this more. I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints won because they're just rolling out wins for the past couple of weeks, but the Tennessee Titans definitely need this win more than New Orleans Saints. Like I said, just to continuously build chemistry and get Cam Ward ready for next year and more reps in for him. So I'm going to take Tennessee in this football game. Next up, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Colts. This is pretty simple for me. Trevor Lawrence has been playing well this year. I've been on his case this entire year, but these past couple weeks he has been playing well. You feel bad for the Colts that the Colts lost their quarterback in Daniel Jones. They lost Sauce Gardner for a couple weeks. You feel bad that they've injured. They started the season, 7-1. Now they're 8-7. They're 6-2 at home. For me, this is all about Trevor Lawrence. Again, Phillip Rivers has done a nice job, but it's over. There's no reason why Jacksonville should lose this game. Trevor Lawrence, again, do not turn the ball over. You say it's the area of the quarterback. Don't turn the ball over. Be great like you were last week in Denver and the week before last, and you'll be 12-4. The Colts will be 8-8. I think next year will be a better year for the Colts, depending on if Daniel Jones comes back healthy. But for me, all in all, the Jacksonville Jaguars, their defense has been playing well. Their running game has been solid. Trevor Lawrence has been solid. The Colts defense has been playing well. Their offense is still pretty good, but I just think it's going to be too much for this Jacksonville team. I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence to play in a good game and complete over 60% of his passes. Next up, we have the Buccaneers at the Dolphins. I'm picking the Buccaneers. I don't trust the Dolphins. You have Quentin Ewers starting at quarterback. I like Devon Achane running the ball. Hopefully, this game for me to see by the Miami Dolphins is just to see Jalen Waddle get his 1,000 yards. He needs 90 more yards. Hopefully, he gets it in this game. But other than that, I'm going with Tampa Bay. Again, I told you guys that next week, week 18, that Tampa Bay and the Carolina Panthers are going to be on the line. That matchup is going to be great. They're probably going to put that matchup at 4 o'clock just because the times are not set yet. But for me, I'm taking the Buccaneers over the Dolphins. I trust Baker Mayfield more than I trust Quentin Ewers. I trust Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Basically, receivers are basically healthy. Emeka Ibuka. This team is just better. The Dolphins have no shot to win this game. And if they somehow do win this game, it's another miracle. Just like that game I told you about when the Saints to beat the Buccaneers. It would be a miracle if that happened. And what happened? They wound up winning. But this Buccaneers team overall is still better, even though both teams are under 500 right now. Both 4-4 at home, 4-4 on the road. Buccaneers should win this game easily. I'm taking Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this football game. Next up, we have the Patriots at the New York Jets. This is easy for me. It's the Patriots. Really no explanation for me. This Jets team has no interceptions for 15 straight games. One more game and they break the record for having consecutive games without interceptions in NFL history. This team is awful. I feel bad for the quarterback Brady Cook. Not Tom Brady Cook. No, his name is Brady Cook. And he going to get cooked by this defense because this defense is going to be very hard. And by the way, the Patriots, I don't know if a lot of people are noticing, they're 7-0 on the road. The Jets are 2-6 at home. They're 3-12. The Patriots are 12-3. The Patriots will win this game and be 13-3. You never know what the Jets could do, but I just don't trust the coaching and Aaron Glenn. No disrespect to him. He's supposed to be a defense coordinator. The defense can't get not one turnover, not one. Just give me one. Drake May, if he wins this game and he plays well, to me, again, he's still my MVP. I know Matthew Stafford got like 40 touchdowns, but he has Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams and great weapons. Drake May, besides, again, Stephon Diggs, who's not in his prime anymore. He's still a good receiver, but just not in his prime no more. 76 catches, 869 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Again, he's not in his prime, but he's still good enough. But Matthew Stafford has more. I think Drake May has done more with less, and he's the shocker of this season because if you look at it, if you said who was going to be better, the Patriots or the Bills this year, you would have said the Bills. You would have said the Patriots are coming in second. Unless you're a Patriots fan, Patriots are going to be second, which I had the Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, then the Jets. And so when you look at this Patriots team, for them to be 12-3 and they're undefeated on the road, Mike Vrabel is probably going to get Coach of the Year, maybe Kyle Shanahan or somebody else. But for me, this Patriots teams deserve all the credit in the world in how they're playing. Drake May, to me, is my MVP. They're going to win this game easily over the New York Jets. If they lose, something catastrophic happened in this football game for the Patriots to lose. But I don't think they're going to lose. I'm taking New England Patriots to win this football game. Next up, we have the Seahawks at the Panthers. I'm taking the Seahawks in this game. I think the Seahawks defense is going to be too much for Bryce Young, although you would have said the same thing about the Panthers defense, and the Panthers wound up winning. I do think, again, like I said about Tampa Bay's game, I do think the Panthers, if they lose this game, next week going up against Tampa Bay, both teams will be 8-8, and they'll be fighting for that division win. They'll be fighting for the divisional win, and they'll be fighting for that playoff spot. So I think next week is going to be a good game between the Panthers and the Buccaneers. And not only that, if the Panthers somehow beat the Seahawks in this game, which I don't think they're going to do, I think it's going to be a hard-fought game between both teams no matter what. I don't think the Panthers are going to get shut down because they didn't get shut down against the Rams. They beat the Rams. It's not like they don't have a chance to beat Seattle. I mean, they beat the Rams, and the Rams are supposed to be better than Seattle because the Rams beat up Seattle early in the year, but then Seattle won in overtime against the Rams, so it's like who's really the better team? We'll have to see. But for me, the Panthers are going to put up a fight. Do I think they're going to win? They could win, but overall, I think they're going to go to 8-8 and fight next week the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for that last playoff spot. I'm going with Seattle, but I would not be surprised if the Panthers will win. I'm actually going to take the Panthers, but I was like, you know what? This defense is going to get after Bryce Young, and I'm a little bit fearful because of that offensive line. Again, I think Bryce Young is going to play well. In order for him to win a game, he cannot turn the ball over and throw any interceptions. But I do think the Seahawks are going to edge this victory out and win this football game against the Panthers. Next week will be an exciting week for the Panthers and Buccaneers and see who wins that division. But in this game, Seahawks will win. Next up, we have the Giants at the Raiders. This game is horrible. I don't understand why it's at 4 o'clock. The NFL should have put it at 1 o'clock. If anything that they wanted to do, they should have taken this Seahawks game, Panthers game, put on at 4 o'clock. At least the Patriots and the Jets at 4 o'clock as well. There's no reason why this Raiders game should be on this time. I know all Raiders game comes on at 4 o'clock because of the time difference, but now it's like, who cares? Geno Smith is awful. Jackson Dart, this entire New York Giants team is awful. The way they got coached, they're 0-8 on the road. At least get one victory on the road, for crying out loud. Both teams are 2-13. They're both horrible. Ashton Jeanty, I just want him to get his numbers for him to get 1,000 yards this season. Allen Robinson is 98 yards away from a 1,000-yard season as a wide receiver number 3 on this team. Now he's their number 1 because Malik Neighbors is hurt. So it'll be nice to see them get their yardage. Just again, this is a statistical game. It's stats only. Nobody cares about the Giants and Raiders except for the Giants and Raiders fans. And even the Giants fans are embarrassed about how the Giants are playing. And then the Raiders fans are embarrassed how they're playing. This game is an embarrassing game to actually be on television at 4:05. I don't know why this game is on this late anyway. Again, the Giants are awful. The Raiders are awful. But if you want me to pick, I'll pick the Raiders because the Giants are 0-8 on the road. And I think they want to keep that number 1 pick. So take the Raiders, which is shocking, but take the Raiders in this football game. Next up, we have the Eagles at the Buffalo Bills. I'm taking Philadelphia. No doubt in my mind. Jalen Hurts, this is on you. Again, Eagles' defense is very good. Buffalo's defense has been playing well, even though I like that game against Cleveland. It came down just by 3 points. This is for Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, this is your game. And no, by the way, no, Josh Allen is not an MVP conversation, so please stop it. If anybody tells you that Josh Allen's an MVP conversation, they're lying to you. And they're just doing that because they're playing favoritism instead of looking at the whole season. This whole season, he's been okay. He has not been fantastic and great. He's had bad games. That's why Trevor Lawrence is not an MVP conversation, because if Trevor Lawrence didn't have bad games and he played good all year, then he would be in the conversation. But because he had faulty games, that's why he's not in it. Again, Josh Allen's a great quarterback. Right now, Patrick Mahomes is hurt, so you can say he's easily number 1. You could say that, even though he's not. He's number 3, behind Matthew Stafford and Drake May. But all in all, for this game, Jalen Hurts needs to win this football game. Going up against the Buffalo Bills defense, that is okay. It's not a great defense, out of this world defense. Philadelphia's defense is playing much better. I like Philadelphia's defense more than I like Buffalo Bills defense. Again, A.J. Brown has to get some catches. He now has 935 yards. Him and Devontae Smith are at 900-something. Hopefully, they both get their 1,000. Saquon Barkley's already at 1,000. This is all about Jalen Hurts. Continue the chemistry. They're at Buffalo. They're on the road. They're 5-3 on the road. They have to win this game, being the defending Super Bowl champions, because next week they face the Commanders, and it'll be a good thing for them to get this victory and confidence moving forward in the playoffs. Now, if the Buffalo Bills win this game, this looks bad on the Eagles, even though they face the Commanders next week. This looks bad on the Eagles because it's like, now you just can't beat good teams and you're beating up on bad teams, and that's not the way to go. So again, this game is on Jalen Hurts. I'm looking at Jalen Hurts to win this football game. But defense is going to show up because they always show up. Buffalo Bills, their tight ends and offensive line going to show up. I don't know if their receivers are going to show up. And hopefully Keon Coleman gets it together and he actually plays. But other than that, Philadelphia has to win this game. Their defense is better. Offensively, they have more pieces than Buffalo, which is crazy to me that Philadelphia's Eagles offense just not playing how they were playing last year. I know Lane Johnson was out, but they need to get this victory. I'm taking Philadelphia. This is on Jalen Hurts. Throw the ball well. Get out of the pocket, run. Don't stand there and try to hold the ball and try to make plays like that, because you're going to mess up and fumble. Do not throw interceptions. Obviously, that goes for any quarterback. I always say that. Do not turn the ball over again. Let your defense lead you, and you go out there and don't make the simple mistakes of ruining what you're trying to build going into the playoffs. I'm picking Philadelphia to win this football game. If the Buffalo Bills win this football game against the Philadelphia Eagles, you should not trust Philly any longer. But I'm taking Philadelphia in this football game. Next up, we have the Chicago Bears at the 49ers. Now, this game for me is going to be a great game. This is going to be a shootout because Chicago Bears defense is not good. They're only good at takeaways. And the 49ers defense is not great. They just play well because they're under Robert Saleh and they have a lot of injuries. This game for Caleb Williams should be a good statistical game for him. The same thing with Brock Purdy. Now, he might throw a pick just because this team, again, is great when it comes to turnovers. Brock Purdy, don't turn the ball over. You've been playing well these past couple weeks. You're 11-4. Both teams 11-4. I think the 49ers need this win more because of who they face next week. If you look at the 49ers schedule and who they face next week, they face Seattle. That's going to be a tough team that they face next week, so they have to win this game against the Chicago Bears. Because now when you look at their schedule, the Chicago Bears face Detroit. And Detroit is eliminated from the playoffs. Now, they're going to try to hold Chicago back, even though Chicago's already in the playoffs. But Detroit's going to try their best against Chicago, but it's not going to work. They're 8-8 for a reason. Again, even if Chicago loses the game against the 49ers, which I'm picking the 49ers, they can come back next week and beat the Detroit Lions. And right now, again, Chicago Bears 11-4. They lose against 49ers, will be 11-5. They come back and beat Detroit, they will be 12-5 and still have a good shot in the playoffs for me because of Ben Johnson and the way that he's coaching his football team. So for me, in my heart of hearts, I feel as if the 49ers are going to win this game again. I wouldn't be surprised if Chicago wins this game based off the turnovers that they get on defensive end. But this game is about Brock Purdy and what he can do. Caleb Williams is going to have himself a good game because this defense is not great for the 49ers. Like I said, they just play well under Robert Saleh. But for me, picking the 49ers, won't be surprised if the Bears try to squeak it out. But again, I trust Brock Purdy in this spot. He needs it more because he's facing Seattle next week. The Bears don't need. I know they could vie for number one spot. I don't think any team is going to get the number one seed. I think the Rams or the Seahawks are going to get it. So that's not even in my mind at this particular point. Even though Caleb Williams needed it for his growth at being the younger quarterback, and this being his second year, the 49ers need it to keep them in good position in the playoffs. And plus, if they do win this game, it gives them a better odds that they could just stay home throughout the rest of the playoffs because they have home games and the Super Bowl is being played where they are. So for me, I'm picking the 49ers. I wouldn't be surprised if Chicago wins, but I'm picking the 49ers in this football game. Next up, we have the Rams at the Falcons. I'm picking the Rams. That's it. Matthew Stafford, again, 40 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Again, Puka Nacua, great receiver, great running game. They have a great duo of running backs on this Rams team. It's ridiculous. I don't know if Devontae Adams is going to play. Probably be a game-time decision. But you still got Puka Nacua. You still got a great receiving core. You got Sean McVay as your head coach. I don't trust Atlanta at all. Bijan Robinson, again, continue to get your numbers. Drake London, continue to get your numbers. Kyle Pitts, continue to get your numbers. This is going to be a beatdown by the Rams in that defense going up against Kirk Cousins and the Falcons. I don't trust the Falcons. I'm not picking the Falcons. You guys are 6-9, 2-4 at home. This is a home game. You're 6-9. You'll be 6-10 when this is over. The Rams will be 12-4. If the Rams somehow lose this game against this Falcons team on a Monday night in prime time, something catastrophically went wrong. I don't trust Atlanta. And that's crazy because I said I didn't trust Atlanta last week and they wound up winning, which is absolutely crazy. But anyway, I'm taking the Rams in this football game. They're the better team. Ain't a really more of an explanation than that. Kirk Cousins has been all year. Matthew Stafford is in the lead for the MVP, even though I think it's Drake May. But again, Matthew Stafford has been a top 5 quarterback in the NFL this year, so I'm picking the Rams to win this football game. Let me know in the comment section down below, who are you taking to win all these football games? Which teams are you picking? If you're a fan of the team and I picked against your team, let me know why you think that was a wise me. You think I should pick your team to win. Let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about my game picks for this Sunday's matchups. Please hit the like button, subscribe button to the YouTube channel for more great content coming up. Until next time, guys, see you real soon.